Those documents obtained by TMZ, Teyana Taylor said that Iman ignores the safety of their children when they're in his care, accusing him of smoking and under the influence while he's with them. Now, she also claimed that in those court documents that he had failed to feed them, which is kind of crazy, despite being in the family home, which means that there's food there. And again, just below, you can see that she has those claims of him, and being under the influence while the children are with him. In one instance, in the claims that Teyana made in their divorce documents, Teyana claimed that Iman had put the kids in a ride share, like a Uber or a Lyft, in Chicago and had them dropped off at the United Center alone.
Teyana Taylor is not backing up in exposing her ex-husband, Iman, onto the public domain. Now, this time she's back with a fresh, rant on social media, affecting, of course, implicating their kids. I'm talking about the two beautiful kids that they both share. She says Iman so far is one of the worst fathers and, of course, partners ever that she's come across. Now, she cited three interesting, things. We'll break them down for you to see, but this is more like the untenth time that Teyana Taylor is coming up. So far, we haven't heard so much from the camp of Iman, but we'll get into the details of the story very shortly. Just in case you want to know exactly what Teyana Taylor is talking about, well, you have to stick and stay. We'll delve into the details very shortly. This is the Trends Open Access. You know what to do. Please do want to subscribe to our platform. Let's get interactive. Now, like I've said earlier, she's not backing down in exposing her ex-partner. Now, before and even after the breakup, she came out saying that Iman was after her career and that he was apparently jealous of her career. And Iman came out saying that ain't true. In fact, all those Teyana Taylor stories that were circulating on social media were false. So just when we thought all this drama had fizzled out somewhere in 2023 and the couple are back to normalcy, looks like Teyana Taylor is keeping on exposing the intricacies we just were wanting to know exactly what's happening between the two. Now, so first thing she said was that Iman apparently is someone that has general negligence for the kids, even though he lives in the family house. So Teyana Taylor is saying that Iman lives with them in the family house. However, dude does not pay attention to the kids. He just he has no business or connection with the kids. He doesn't feed the kids. He doesn't treat them properly. In fact, he actually shows no respect even in front or before the kids. She didn't end on that note. She said, whilst in front or in the presence of the kids, Iman likes to smoke marijuana. And I'm like, okay, so what's happening? Like, girl is trying to tell us that Iman apparently has been smoking hot, substance, including marijuana, before the kids, and that is also causing some, I should say, repercussions for the kids because the kids are very young, vulnerable, and very fragile to these things. And so having a father, go to the extent of smoking such, substance before the kids is actually something that would mentally affect the kid. And so that also is point number two or factor number two that Teyana Taylor cited over there. Now, the most shocking thing she said ever was the fact that Iman apparently has never fed the kids before. Now, this is the part that got social media talking, and I know the gender advocates are, coming out to defend, support what Teyana Taylor is saying. That okay, so she is saying that Iman has never fed the kids before, even though he still lives with the family in the same house. And people are asking, so whose responsibility is it to feed the kids at home? Is it the responsibility of Iman, or is this a shared responsibility in the house? Now, bear in mind also that after these two broke up their relationship or jilted their relationship for good, Iman has kept silent. I think the only thing he came out saying or defending was the fact that after Teyana Taylor has said that he apparently was jealous of her career and was just, persuading just being so jealous after her. And that was the only thing that he apparently came out to defend. But so far, Iman is silent about this, and social media has been buzzing. So just in case you want to know exactly what Iman and Teyana Taylor are trending, well, she's back at it again and says that dude is one of the worst, partner ever. I thought like she was just done with the rant already. Now, she's not done with the rant about being a bad husband or spouse. She's back at it again and saying that he's one of the worst you know, fathers ever. Like seriously, I really have a feel about this whole Iman thing. And generally, after breaks up like this, the most people that come out to talk often are the ladies or the women. We barely see the guys coming out to speak. And I think it's high time these breakups are, especially on the camp of the males, they also come out to project what really has been happening. Because all the time after the breakup, we all do see how the ladies are open to speaking and letting the world know exactly what happened without letting us also appreciate what happened, on the side or the part of the man. So for me, if you do ask my opinion, I won't give it, but I'm sure and hoping that in subsequent days to come, Iman will apparently, also come out with his side of the story. But what is your thought about it? I think the most concern I do have about this, explosive, conversation, Teyana Taylor has revealed is the fact that dude has been smoking marijuana in the in the presence of the kids, and I think that is something we all should condemn if indeed it is true. Yes, the NBA star likes to put on some cigar or puff some cigar, but in the midst of the kids, I feel psychologically it's going to have some kind of detriment on their head, on their health. Not just that, also cause some kind of influence to them at their very tender age, like that, and it actually would not speak well if the kids apparently also start to learn. But the most outrageous thing so far I've heard was the fact that Teyana Taylor says that dude doesn't feed the kids, and so that even makes him one of the worst partners ever. Like, was there any agreement between these two that they have to both? I do understand that in every marriage or relationship there is a shared responsibility, but does it mean that if Iman is not feeding the kids, Teyana Taylor is actually also very nonchalant about the kids, and also would want to do or toe the same way Iman is also towing? Basically they're both at fault. And I feel it's high time she put a stop to this rant. It doesn't really speak well of her, and it's making her look very, more like a talkative already on social media, and someone who's actually so desperate wanting her ex back. So so far so good, but people also have been talking about it. Quickly, let me just glance through some reactions, on social media and what some people have been talking about. You can also let me know what you think about inside the comment section. So this one says that, so far, Iman is quiet about this, and Teyana Taylor keeps ranting. It is in my opinion, I feel Iman should press charges. But really, he should press charges. Well, I hope he does, but on what basis? Like defamation, defamation of character, or what? I think, well, that's a good opinion, because they are actually separated. Both are living their lives, and I think they are I don't know if they are co-parenting, but so far we haven't heard them dragging themselves to court. But so far I think they are co-parenting and everything is good. But for her to come out to say that Iman apparently is a very horrendous father just because of these allegations that she apparently has cited, it's something very, very interesting that people have been talking about. So moving on, someone also comes to say that Teyana Taylor is one of the worst oh my gosh, like rappers ever. Well, so how does that fit inside this? Well, we all do know she's a rapper. She's a singer also. And just in case you all want to know exactly what Iman also is, he is a former NBA player, a seasoned player. He retired not long ago. And the whole drama between these two, honestly, in Hollywood is just super crazy with this breakup. All the time when there is a breakup between two powerful couple, like I've said earlier, it's just one-sided argument and conversation. So it's very unbalanced if you want to appreciate the conversation so much. Now, I would not be surprised to hear the side of Iman if she, if he also comes out to say the opposite what we want to know or hear, against Teyana Taylor. And I don't know how the ladies, especially the gender advocates, are also going to say about Iman's response. So far, we all see he's been very quiet, accepting the tantrums coming in from the camp of his ex, Teyana Taylor, and everyone is actually quiet about it, not stepping on the toes of Teyana Taylor to say, girl, stop it, you've talked so much, it's okay. But people are just watching on like that, and she's just spitting anything she wants. But let's just wait and see if Iman apparently throws just a stone, like the saying goes, if you live in a glass house, don't throw stones, okay? So, Teyana, be careful, okay? Moving on to some few comments before we do wrap up. Like I said, you can also leave your thought and comments inside the comment section, but I will just brush you through the incidents or the instances where Teyana Taylor is accusing Iman of being a horrendous father. Not just that, a very pathetic father, and very, one of the most, I don't want to use any word over there, but she actually is just disregarding Iman, as the head of the family, even though they're apparently done for good. So she cited that Iman apparently fails to feed the kids, even though he lives with them in this, or he used to live with them in the family house. He again has been accused by Teyana Taylor about he smoking marijuana in the presence of the kids, which I feel it's something that should not be condoned. In fact, I mean, who does that in the midst of kids? Like, really, bro, like. Then he goes on to say, she goes on to accuse Iman again of not feeding the kids. This is the part where I felt it's a bit outrageous. Like, girl, that's your responsibility. I mean, he can just support in his own way. Please don't come after me inside the comment section. This is my just honest opinion. I mean, if Iman is not feeding the kids, just look at how very young and vulnerable these kids are. He's a dad, and basic rules and regulations in marriages and of course parenting should tell you that a woman is responsible. Well, in my opinion, a woman is responsible for the welfare of the kids. The man, of course, is is the head of the family, just to make sure everything is in shape and common, and kind of give some protection to the family. So if Iman is not feeding the kids, why don't you also do it? So does it mean all these while the kids have been starving, not having something to fed on because Iman is not feeding the kids? Well, guys, you be the judge over there. So just in case you see Iman and Teyana Taylor trending, you should know that she's back at it again, ranting on social media, calling Iman one of the most horrendous, pathetic, and outrageous fathers so far. Let's see what you also have to say about it inside the comment section.